Okay, well, there was nothing up that side. I'm going to walk a little bit further down, Playa Pariso Beach Club. I'm assuming all these places will have maybe a 50 quid minimum spend. But I'm just going to dump myself in. I'm going to find one maybe a bit further down the beach where less people have come. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the Sargasso, but I think it's a bit of a lost cause. There's just too much of it out there. Right, I think these beach clubs are basically all the same. They've just got a little bit of different branding on. The price is going to be the same. The only difference might be how few people have been prepared to walk the extra 1,000 meters in the sun. It's 10:30, it's already like 30, 33 degrees. But I'm hoping I find somewhere a little bit quiet before the major crowds start coming, probably around noon, 1 p.m. Yeah, they're just dumping the Sargasso up on the beach there. That's what gives off the smell. It's not too bad today, but that looks all right. That might be the one. El Marino. And I do like those little, I like the little blue boat. And you got one here with women. We don't want any women though. It's not about that. This is a historical trip. And I've been enjoying, learning a bit more about Mesoamerica and the pre-Hispanic history of this country. I think it's going to have to be El Marino. I might check the reviews out, see how bad it is. There's a restaurant bar there. It's quite clean in front of it, not much sargassum. Yeah, there's quite a few here. I'll check out the reviews and maybe make a decision. Well, got back home no issues after what was a little bit of a scare for some people on the beach actually. Even the chap who I've got to know quite well in one of the bars there, not the bars, it's a La Marina beachfront restaurant cum club. And we were speaking about it quite some detail, and he said he's getting home and he suggests doing the same and not going into Tulum tonight because there's likely to be more violence. There's likely to be just unpredictability. So I was driving home on the old, and I went through 3 police checkpoints. So the police are taking it serious, and there was also helicopters as well, circling overhead, police helicopters. So Tulum isn't going into a lockdown. They have locked down the Coba Road leading up to Playa del Carmen, but right now, as far as I know, it's pretty steady here. There has been some improvised explosives. Blew up not far from here today when I was on the beach. There was a couple of National Guard, very sadly, killed as well, not here. I was shown the news article on that. And but yeah, it just reminds you that Mexico, man, for all its beauty, it can be an extremely dangerous place and very unpredictable. So anyway, there's going to be a thunderstorm. I hope, because I want to watch it under the shelter. But it is raining now. So yeah, a little bit of a strange one that today. Getting out from, oh, look how beautiful that is. Yeah, bit of a strange one. People seem quite anxious. The Mexicans as well just wanted to get home and get off the streets. And quite a few Westerners as well when the news started filtering through, all up in their equipment from the beach, their towels, their gear, everything, drinking drinks quickly, finishing their food, and they were gone. And all of the shuttle buses, the electric shuttle buses, were pretty much full. Had to wait a little while to get one. And then I just didn't know what to expect driving back on my scooter. I thought it would be like a war zone. Of course it wasn't. It was quite calm. Roads were empty, to be fair. There was very little on the road. And there was definitely not as many people on the streets. I only went through 1/4 of Tulum before I veered off to come down here because I'm right on the edge of it. And the actual sea is a few kilometers that way. But it's nothing when you're on a scooter. You can get there in like 10 minutes, which is perfect. So I've extended another week here because I do like it. I was going to move further down that way, but there's something quite nice and tranquil about coming up here when I get back and just enjoying this view, looking out over the jungle. And you do get beautiful sunsets here as well, but not tonight. Not tonight. We might well have lightning tonight. So, yep. Eventful day. It was a beautiful day. I really enjoyed it up at the Tulum Archaeological Site. What an amazingly well put together area that is. And it was just simply beautiful. Very, very nicely structured, natural. The ruins themselves were very interesting. I did a ton of videos on them actually. And yeah, chilled out on the beach. One thing is, it is just a real sad shame that all this sargassum weed is really prevalent here because it's clogging up the beaches and things. I mean, it's not a problem for me, but I can see past it. But some people don't like it. Americans. They're going nuts for it. They're leaving all kind. The beach was horrible because it's not Mexico's fault, you know. This is like a natural biological process that happens way outside their territorial waters. And they're doing their best with the limited resources they've got, I suppose. I've softened a little bit on that. I don't think it's their fault, their problem, really. And obviously it's probably, as far as they say, the result of climate change. So anyway. I would still love to get in amongst this, and my intention was to go up to the Koba ruins, maybe Tuesday. I'll see how this situation settles down here following the death of El Mencho, the leader of the CJNJ drug cartel. Obviously, it just makes you realize all of the talk. Oh, there's no cartels. There's no cartel activity in Tulum or Cancun. Well, they're everywhere, and they are in Cancun as well, because apparently they are very well established among property there, bars, clubs, and even down here as well, I believe, from what I've heard. They're entrenched everywhere, and they have their cells, units, teams, whatever you want to call them as, on the ground ready. Once they get a call, they do what they do, which is create mayhem, terrorism, basically. Anyway, that'll do for now. So yes, anyway, apparently we're on lockdown. We can't leave the complex. And that happened at 3 p.m. today. But I was just up on the roof talking to a couple of American girls, and They said they've not been allowed to leave the complex, and there's been police periodically in the area, just wheeling around, driving around. I haven't seen them. And when I was on the roof, I did see what looked like quite a big fire in the distance, big plumes of smoke. What was it? Too big for a burning tire, too big for like just a burning pile of crap. It probably was a burnt out car, roadblock, something like that. Might have been 5 kilometers away, a few miles. I don't know. It's hard to judge distance. It's too dark upstairs now, so but I'm going to go back up the roof, just chill out for a bit up there. It's so yeah, lockdown. We're not allowed out, which means the idiot in me, I'm probably going to go out on my bike for an explore. That's ridiculous.